Hey everybody, good evening to those here in the UK and good afternoon to our American friends who are tuning in. I'm Maria from True North Music and we've got a great concert for you tonight as part of our Streaming Across the Sea online festival. We want to thank Arts Council England for the funding support and we're also welcoming your donations, which we'll talk about later. So tonight we have a set first off from Vivian Leva and Riley Calcagno. And then after they've played from about 8 p.m. UK time, we've got an In the Round special with Melody Walker from Funk Country, Joe Troop from the Grammy-nominated Chirpalache, Benjamin Hunter and Liv Greene. And we have borrowed that format from our friends at the Green Note, and I know that they don't mind. So that'll be really fun. We'll have, music and chat in a kind of songwriter in the round type format. So yes, please hit that share button, share with your friends so that we can get as big an audience as possible for these wonderful musicians. As any of you music lovers know, it's been a real hell of a year for independent musicians in particular, and they still need our support more than ever. So please do tune in, enjoy some, mellow music, acoustic music after the excitements of the football Euros here in England, at least. And I'm sure our friends in Scotland won't mind me saying that. Or as you prepare your vegetables and turkey for the, what is it, turkey? No, that's Thanksgiving. But anyway, as you prepare for the big 4th of July gathering over in the United States, perhaps. So yeah, please join us. We're going to have at least 3 hours of music from here on in. And yeah, I'm going to introduce, first of all, Vivian Leva and Riley Calcagno. They're coming to us from North Carolina today, but they're based in Oregon. Fantastic duo who blend acoustic Americana, folk and roots. And they're also 2/4, or I suppose that's 1/2 of the old-time band, The Onlys. But in this duo format, they're a little more song-focused, and they have a fantastic album that was just released, a self-titled duo album that came out in March this year, I believe. They can tell you a bit more about that later. And that has been was produced by Joel Savoy, the fantastic Cajun musician. And it's been released on Free Dirt Records, which is the home to lots of True North music favorites. So please welcome Vivian Leva and Riley Calcagno.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
So good to be with you. I'm ready, and I will be ready.
I'm looking through the glass as you walk by. Hey everyone, my name is Vivian Leva. This is Riley Calcagno. We're so glad to be joining all of you today from our home in North Carolina. It's amazing that we can like do this with, you know, you guys, so many of you are so far away, so this is awesome.
Last time we were in the UK, well, that makes it sound like we've been over many times. We've been to the UK once, and we took the train everywhere. So it's just really nice to get to join some British people live, but not have to have like lugged all of our stuff through 3 train stations today.
Yeah. So that first song is one called "You Don't See Me." It's off of our new record that did come out this March, and today we'll be playing kind of a mix of some new things off that record and some older things that, you know, we haven't been able to play for a while from my first record. So it'll be kind of a mix of original and traditional things. So this next one is called Cold Mountains. It's a ballad that is from a great singer named Texas Gladden, and we decided to put it to instruments and write a chorus for it. So this is kind of a mix of original and traditional. Cold Mountains.
Woohoo! That's so fun to play. That song we haven't played in so long.
Yeah.
What now?
Want to play Red Hen?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna play another newer song that I wrote called Red Hen. This was inspired by my hometown.
You want to tell them the story?
It's kind of a long story. We don't have that kind of time. Have a lot of things in the set.
He never wants to tell
You can
the
just
story.
Google it.
Yeah. Look up Red Hen Lexington. Thanks, Melody. Yeah, it's so good to see y'all. We can see your comments, so just let me know. Sometimes this shirt comes unbuttoned, so if it starts to come unbuttoned, let me know. I'll probably notice the comment before.
Words going round that I'm the sorriest soul. The choices I've made are finally taking their toll. There's no voice of reason, they're crowded around by my door. It's fire and brimstone, they yell and believe I deserve. Well, I've never been one to stand up and shout what I think. There's too many people with voices too loud to compete. But don't be mistaken, I know what is right and is wrong. They're still out there quarreling while all of the world turns to stone. Blame me all that you want. I'm walking by with my head held high. Shame me all that you want. Oh, I'm walking by with my head held high. Words going round that I'm the sorriest soul. The choices I've made are finally taking their toll. There's no voice of reason, they're crowded round by my door. Oh, there's no voice of reason, they're crowded around by my door. All right.
Red Hen. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Liv. We're so excited to hear the next hour. The next hour after us is Ben Hunter, Joe Troop, and Liv Greene, and Melody Walker, and all people that I very much admire and love their music. And I'm just excited to hear them all kind of play one after another. Maria has put on such a cool event today, so thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Want to do Shelvin Rock?
Yeah, let's play fiddle too. Judy, we gotta have you over for dinner.
Yes.
We send love back at you.
is gonna play a tune. We both are
We're
playing together, called Shelvin' Rock.
I got this one from Burl Hammonds from West Virginia.
All right. Do you want to come back? Do you want to switch these two?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's my new favorite tune too, Melanie. Do we need to turn off these comments? Are we like? Is it weird to respond to people? I feel like we're.
No, I think it's fine.
I don't want them to think that we're like, reading all their comments or something.
I think that's part of the point, right? That they're there.
One person I wanted to shout out because I was thinking about the UK. Well, when we went over to the UK, we had a great time. But like I kind of said at the top, it was a little bit chaotic. We brought a lot of instruments and also a lot of merch, and we were taking the train everywhere. And one person that saved our butts was this excellent person who we met at Fire in the Mountain in Wales named Rose. And so I want to shout out. I think we should just dedicate our entire set to Rose because she ended up.
Nothing would have happened without her.
Yeah. So the airline lost all our instruments and we were a total mess. And
for a week.
A week. So we had to play a week of shows on borrowed instruments. So if you saw us in that time, we're sorry. But also Fly B is sorry.
So they're not that sorry though.
They're not that. No, it's clearly not very sorry. Anyway, so Rose very kindly drove us to many of our gigs, and we had such a good time. So if you end up seeing this or
if you were one of the people that lent us instruments, thank you.
Yeah, that's also.
This is called "Leaving on Our Minds." What?
Not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday. This is a good Sunday. To be here with you all. Yep, so that was another one off our new record. It's called Leaving on Our Minds. What do you want to do next?
We should play Sturdy as the Lion.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah, Viv released a great solo record in 2018 called Time Is Everything. And this is a song off of it. One of my faves. By the way, if anyone has any questions for us, we love Q&A.
Put in the chat box.
Yeah, relationship advice, recipes.
Oh, I'm staring in the mirror that you chose to hang in our room. There stands a man, but I don't know where he came from. Oh, where he came from. I can see the reflection of the house that we built with our hands, and I still feel the love that came from our wedding bands, from our wedding bands. Where did the time go? The hours that had no end. Where did the love go that felt as sturdy as the land? I can hear our little girl running and playing in the yard, and I still hear the voices flowing when we taught her to sing her first song. Oh, her first song. Where did the time go? The hours that had no end. Where did the love go that felt as sturdy as the land? There stands a mountain between now and what used to be. Well, I've tried, but I've grown weary of falling to my knees, oh, to my knees. Where did the time go? The hours that had no end. Where did the love go that felt as sturdy as the land? Where did the love go that felt as sturdy as the land?
pretty as the land. Cool. Will you?
Yeah, let's do that.
We got some cheerful stuff coming up, we promise.
No, I don't think we have like anything cheerful ever.
We have nothing cheerful ever? God. We have some cheerful stuff. We didn't write. We have one cheerful song we didn't write. And one sort of cheerful song that we did write.
That's enough.
Yeah. Who wants to be cheerful? We cry because we care.
Want to start over?
I'd be honored to.
How can I tell you that I was untrue? A secret burns inside me that I just can't put you through. You're the one of my dreams and who I'll promise to. Please hear me when I say I can't live without you. Will you still love me when I tear your heart away? Will you still love me and know my love from my mistakes? I walked with a shadow that hung before my eyes. What I could not see, it was heartbreak in disguise. Now I look through a mirror of what might have been and wish for the day I might see your smile again. Will you still love me when I tear your heart away? Will you still love me and know my love from my mistakes? Will you still love me when I tear your heart away? Will you still love me and know my love from my mistakes? Will you still love me and know my love from my mistakes? Alrighty.
Cool.
Well, we're gonna do a song that we did not write, and we're just doing it because it's Sunday, and right? Neither of us are religious, but we like this song, and also normally you know, when we're touring, like we already bring way too much stuff with us, and so we never really get to bring the mandolin with us. And
It's our fourth string instrument.
It's our fourth. So, you know, why not bring it out?
Yeah. We got to redeem ourselves with that line from Leaving on Our Minds.
Was this the one you thought said was happy?
Yeah, is it? Yeah, I feel like it's really happy.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a God kind of believer.
This is called Leaning on the Everlasting Arms.
Just like we practice it. Cool.
Yeah.
Hollow Hearts. Bring it back down.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps happening. All right. We're going to play a song called Hollowed Hearts that Viv wrote. It's on the new record.
Throw it all away. It's not that easy. Find some air to breathe. let me hold you. See, you're still here, and hear what I've told you. Turn around, curse my name, tell me I am to blame. Pace the floor, ask me why things happen this way. Take my hand, pull me in, say you love me again. White walls, painted floors, don't you know? I'm right here waiting. Past hollowed hearts and slamming doors, I hope you know I'm still here waiting. I'll spend a lifetime loving you, but we can't hold this inside. Turn around, curse my name, tell me I am to blame. Pace the floor, ask me why things happen this way. Take my hand, pull me in, say you love me again. Throw it all away. It's not that easy. Well, this is really fun because, we've done some live things throughout the lockdown, and we've done a variety of things, but a lot of the sets we've done are really short, so it's kind of fun to get to play through so much stuff,
Yeah.
new and old, that we just haven't had the chance to do very much. So
Yeah.
this is fun. Thanks for listening and watching and hanging out.
Appreciate it.
Maybe we should skip this since we're
Or we could
go
skip.
straight to On Account of You,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
and we can always circle back if we have time.
Totally. I'm here for it.
So yeah, for a long period of time, Riley and I were living in different places, various different places, but he was in Ohio for a while, and I was going to school, and I was in Portland, going first in South Carolina, then in Portland, Oregon, going to school. And we would write some songs on our own, and some songs we'd write together and send, texts and recordings back and forth. But this is one tune that Riley wrote in Ohio on some spring day, the windows open.
Yeah. It was like a kind of day where you open the windows and then as if you're in the opening scene of Mary Poppins, things start flying around the room because of the wind. And then I just sat down and wrote this tune on the banjo, this song on the banjo, and then realized it sounded like a lot of other songs, but that's how they come out.
Ooh.
Spicy.
stop a dove, wind don't stop a dove, wind don't stop a dove, wind don't stop a dove. My love, that just don't feel right. That just don't feel right, my love, that just don't feel right. We'll make peace and we'll make time, dance until the dawn. I'll swing yours and you'll swing mine. We will carry on. My love, we'll carry on. We will carry on, my love, we'll carry on. Well, we are young and foolish too. We both know it's true. I will leave this old home on account of you. On account of you, my love, on account of you. It's on account of you, my love, on account of you. Got one shoe off and one shoe on, running for my love across the fields of Ohio. Wind don't stop a dove, 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 wind don't stop a dove.
On account of you. That's on our new record that you can get at all over the place. You just type in some sort of vague thing about our names.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming to you live on the 4th of July here in the U.S. I'm sure you all, obviously know about the 4th of July. But yeah, I mean, this is as I'm sure you all are aware of in the UK, just it's a day that I feel like I always think about the sort of expansion of U.S. empire and all the ways that people here are not yet free, economically, racially, in terms of gender and sexual orientation. So I don't know. This day always feels celebratory in a way because it's summer and there's fireworks and it's bright, and I have a lot of good memories associated, but it's also a good day, I think, to kind of reflect about what it means to be an American. And I think that's a complicated one. Anyway,
Yeah.
we've been talking about that all day, so I thought I let you in on it. Cool. People are in the waiting room.
All right, we might not have time for all these three.
So true. If we could just skip Black as a Crow.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we could skip this one.
Trying to think of what we should do. We could also skip this one and do the last two.
Hey guys, don't skip anything.
Really?
I just asked them to turn up early to make me less stressed.
Do we have time for 3 songs?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
sure? Okay, we'll do 3. 3 more.
3 songs. Oh, we had to talk to our. That was cool. That was so cool. You put the headset on and then you're like in another realm. This one's called Good and Gone.
left a record turning on the table. That old soft familiar hum. I still hear the echoes of your silence. And I said, tomorrow I'll be gone. If you felt the weight of the words I am saying, you would not wait. You just pull me back home. But you always wait. Yeah, you're always late. 'Cause you know I'll come right back to your arms. Your dresser still filled with all my clothing. My shoes still lined up at the door. Will I be back someday to collect them? Or just stay away and buy some more? If you felt the weight of the words I am saying, you would not wait. You just want me back home. But you always wait. Yeah, you're always late. 'Cause you know I'll come right back to your arms. That's called Good and Gone.
I probably spoke a bit too soon because you took me by surprise. But yes, I think maybe just one more now. 'cause
That's what
the
I was
time
thinking.
is ticking by,
I was
didn't
also
realise.
thinking that.
Yeah.
That one
Thanks,
was a
guys.
long song, so we'll do
Beautiful.
one more.
Great. And then
And
I'll come
wrap it
in and
up.
we'll have a chat.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks everybody again, and it's been really nice. We're gonna end with a song called "Time Is Everything." Thanks so much to Maria and True North Music, and hope that if you all can, you'll donate today.
And stick around. There's so much good music coming up, and so many musical heroes about to play, and cool people.
up our time slot for the song with Tina.
Thank you, everyone.
I'd be lying if I told you that the thought ain't ever crossed my mind of you calling from some back room, jukebox playing, you saying everything's fine. Well, dreaming ain't the same since these thoughts started turning in my head, of leaving and of crying, me grieving and you lying. I know I knew from every word you ever said. You've been down in Asheville fooling round us till dawn. I've been tossing and turning, restless all night long. You've been trying to tell me no one knows what the years will bring. I've been trying to tell you time is everything. Well, we've been to the east and we've been all over the west, past towns of broken memories, faded love and words I wished you'd never said. Well, who'd have thought you'd find someone to bring you so low? Now every word's a trial, every step another mile, ain't talking straight enough for me to ever know. You've been down in Asheville fooling round us till dawn. I've been tossing and turning, restless all night long. You've been trying to tell me no one knows what the years will bring. I've been trying to tell you time is everything. This was born, it'll die with that house at the end of the block, where you first held me tight, built another for a night. You crossed lines, but they were just drawn here in chalk. You've been down in Asheville fooling round us till dawn. I've been tossing and turning, restless all night long. You've been trying to tell me no one knows what the years will bring. I've been trying to tell you time is everything. Time is everything. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Riley and Viv. So they're just going to press the echo cancellation button now.
Yes, we just did. How's that?
Brilliant. Thank you. Yes, it's a miracle really that we can do this at all. So there's the small technical shortcomings really pale into insignificance. So
Yeah.
that was a lovely set, guys. Thank you so much for all your patience with the sound checking and all your hard work. And I know it's a big holiday weekend over there, so thanks for fitting us in.
Yeah, well, it's fun.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Have you got any more live streaming coming up that UK people might be able to catch now, or you're back out on the road?
I don't actually think we have any other live streams coming up, but it's starting to transition a little bit for us back into in-person things, which we're excited about.
Same here. No, I understand. So people can follow you obviously on all the usual places, right? You know, Facebook and Instagram and
Facebook, Instagram, we have our website.
Yeah, we put your website up there, and buy your music on Bandcamp. That's always a good source, isn't it? That pays musicians fairly.
Yes.
So yeah, the duo album is absolutely wonderful, as is Viv's solo record from a couple of years ago. So buy their music, people. And, yeah, thanks so much, guys, and yeah, we'll hopefully see you over here eventually when things kind of at some point get a little bit back to normal. So we'd love to have you for a gig here in Yorkshire, and also yeah. Thanks again.
Thanks
so
you,
much.
Maria.
Yeah,
enjoy
everyone.
the rest of your 4th of July.
Thanks.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye-bye. Well, they were amazing, weren't they? Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Vivian Vivian Leva. I'm going to try and keep things brief in between the before the next set. So I've got wonderful, something a bit different for us. So we, as I say, we borrowed it from our good friends at the Greene Note in London, a fantastic small venue that's been doing such a lot to try and keep music alive during the lockdowns. And so we've kind of adapted, inspired by that, we're having a kind of in the round special with 4 wonderful solo artists. So I'll introduce them all one by one in a moment. But just to say, while having a little bit of an interval here, that please hit that share button and share the live stream with your friends and followers and on your pages so that we can get as big an audience as possible for these wonderful musicians. Also, if you do have the means and are enjoying the music, please consider donating. That's at paypal.me/True North Music UK. We've put that in the chat and we're putting it in the stream every now and again. There we are. So we are very grateful to have some Arts Council England funding, but that really just kind of we also have to contribute to all this. So that kind of covers a minimum fee for the artists, but we really want to be able to pay them all as much as possible. So please do help us pay everyone as fairly as we can by donating, if you can afford to. Also, just to mention that originally, this was the very first funding that I ever applied for. So after doing everything independently for 5 years, in January 2020, I applied for some Arts Council England funding to run our first real life festival. This was meant to be a full day festival locally and was going to have like 2 US bands and 2 British bands and workshops and jam sessions and all the rest of it. And we heard great news. We got our funding at the beginning of March, which was incredible. And then obviously within days, everything fell apart. So sadly, that one had to be cancelled last May. And we postponed the funding, and then Arts Council England have kindly allowed us to adapt to this online format because we wanted to crack on and actually use the funding and pay some musicians. So hopefully in the future we will be able to resurrect and actually have our first Yorkshire Americana and Bluegrass Festival. But for now, please support our online events. You can sign up to my mailing list at truenorthmusic.co.uk. Please like our Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel to find out more about what's coming up. So, yes, as I said, we're going to have a kind of in the round special and introduce these 4 artists who are going to kind of do a song each and have a little bit of chat in between. So one song and then to the next person, then to the next person. So hopefully that'll be for a couple of hours, and we'll have quite a few songs from each of them. And so to start off, I'm going to bring in Melody Walker first, and Melody might be familiar to True North Music followers. She is best known over here, I suppose, as the lead vocalist and songwriter for Front Country. Have been a kind of contemporary bluegrass and roots band, and then have developed more into a kind of Americana roots pop is the direction that they've been going in. So really fabulous live band, and we've had them for a couple of concerts here in Yorkshire, and also booked their most recent tour in the UK. Melody's also kind of developing her solo career, and now that they're based in Nashville, her songwriting. So I'm sure she'll have some new stuff for us, and she's also just a wonderful all-round talent. So please welcome to the live stream, Melody Walker. Hey
everybody, how's it going?
Great. I hope this is going to work. So when I've introduced everyone, I'm going to pass over to you guys to take it forward, and then I'll be on hand if anything goes wrong. But yes, let's bring in the next person then. So next up is Joe Troop. Joe is joining us from California today, but he is he's from North Carolina, but has spent many years in Argentina, where he put together the Grammy-nominated band Che Apalache, which I'm probably saying wrong, but it was a really interesting, fabulous Latin grass was the term coined for them, but they're just marvelous. Obviously, Joe's it was all interrupted by the pandemic, their trajectory. So Joe's been doing a lot of solo work and some fantastic social activism and kind of publicity for good causes, which I'm sure he's going to tell you about, justice work over there in the rural parts of North Carolina. So he's joining us from California today. Please welcome Joe Troop. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Maria. Hey, Melody. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Next one in. I'm going to crack on and let you all get on with it. So next up, joining live stream is from again from over in the Eastern time zone. I think she might be in Washington, D.C. or somewhere around there today, but she's recently moved to Nashville. Liv Greene is a marvelous young singer-songwriter, and bought her album last year in the during the pandemic, and I think that came out last year. Anyway, she can tell this really wonderful stuff, kind of acoustic Americana, bits of country music and indie pop almost. And Liv is also very got an interesting outlook on things, and I'm sure you'll enjoy her music. Please welcome Liv Greene.
Hey. Hey there, glad to be here.
And last but not least at all, we have wonderful Benjamin Hunter from Seattle. I was hoping to organise a tour for Ben in his duo with Joe Siemens. We talked about this back in 2018, and we're hoping to make it in 2021. But of course, events overtook us. Joe's a fantastic multi-instrumentalist, violin player, guitarist, mandolinist, and he's also really got loads of other interesting things going on as a community organiser, advocate for the arts and for arts inclusion. Please welcome Benjamin Hunter.
Hi, everybody. I know I'm looking that way. I should be looking there. Hi, everybody.
I'm going to leave you to it now, and Melody's going to start you off. So, yeah, good luck, and I'll see you on the other side, or I'll see you at halftime.
All right. I'm going to take these off to sing so I can hear myself. I thought I'd kick it off kind of slow. I don't know. I couldn't decide what to do, but
that sounds good.
Yeah, that's a great way.
We put out a record called Impossible World during the pandemic, which was kind of an impossible task. We thought the name kind of fit the task at hand. And I don't know if anyone listened to it, but this is one of the tracks on it. I started doing this solo at shows the year before we shut down, and I'd still be doing it today, but now I'm doing it here for you on my lonesome for real this time. This is called How Can You Sing? You say it's all been done under the moon, under the sun. How can you say you're over it when we haven't even started yet? How can I stay, give up the fight when no one's wrong and nothing's right? How can I stay when there's no sound, just the silence of tears that never hit the ground? How can you sing if you can't cry? It's like claiming to see while closing your eyes. How can you feel anything if you hold it inside? How can you sing if you never learn to cry? If you never learn to cry. How can I pray if I don't mean the things I say when I'm on my knees? How can I pray when everything hurts and nothing's working? Oh, nothing's working. Oh, how can you sing if you can't cry? It's like claiming to see while closing your eyes. How can you feel anything if you hold it inside? How can you sing if you never learn to cry? Ooh, 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 ooh.
was gorgeous.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was really lovely. That was a really lovely tune.
Thanks, man.
You don't have to say who, but did you write that with someone in mind? Just curious.
You know, it was a reminder to myself. A lot of my songs are that, you know. It's like
Cool.
the thing that I want to not forget, or that I'm working on, or I'm not quite there yet, and I like want to remind myself and like pump myself up for it, you know. So that one, it was definitely to me for sure, because I know it can come off kind of like judgy. I don't know. A lot of my songs come off that way, but it was definitely informed by years of teaching voice. And sort of trying to get people to tap into that original crybaby that they have inside of them, you know. Babies can just cry for hours and never get tired, and it's like a matter of survival, you know. Like, it's like self-expression is like a matter of survival, and we all have that, like, originally, you know. We have to be heard, and when you hear a baby cry, you just instantly, you know, it's like compelling, you know. And then somehow the world tells us to shut up, and we sort of believe them, and we stop thinking that we can sing or just phonate, you know. You just have to make sound however you can.
Totally.
You know. So that's kind of what that's about. And it's like, and it's also about vulnerability and how it's hard, and I hate it, and our culture kind of hates it. And so it's definitely it's to myself, but it's also wrapped up in toxic masculinity in our culture too. Yeah.
Totally.
Who did you think it was to, Joe?
Oh, I wasn't sure where you. I didn't really try to imagine anyone, because that never really means anything. It's, you know, it could have been anyone in your life, but it's nice to know you wrote it as a reminder to yourself. I like that. I like that too, to write to myself as if I were a different person. And it's a cool technique.
I thought you were talking to 7 billion people.
That too.
Totally.
I think that's like the dichotomy of songwriting, right? Is that like, if something's like personal enough, it flips back around to the universal. Like, it becomes universal that way, you know. And like, likewise, if you make something kind of universal, it's like, you're like, wow, this really applies to me. And I don't know. I think it just,
or you
it's
write
all
something
one
and
thing.
And then months later, you're like, oh, that's what I was trying to tell myself.
Definitely do that.
Right. Well, I liked how you started with a really chill vibe. I was gonna play something Rip Snorton, but I'm gonna wait on that and do something really chill.
Sorry, guys.
No, I liked it. It was nice. It was like medicine. So I'm gonna follow your lead if that's cool.
Yeah. I love getting the flow of a round. It's nice. It's just, I don't know what I'm gonna play next until I hear what you guys do.
Also gonna take off this echo cancellation. Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to have it on.
You're supposed to have it off when you're playing and on when you're talking. But if you're just wearing headphones,
I'm gonna have it. So I'll have it off for when I play. I'm really technologically challenged.
I think it doesn't matter with headphones, but I could be wrong.
But I'm gonna take these off and then play. Okay, cool. I guess I'll go next, because I think that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll get used to this as we go on, but
We're so professional.
Yeah, so professional. This is I'll take these off and then I'll yak a little bit about it and then play it if that's cool with you guys. Okay, cool. Well, this is a song that I've been doing for years, and I did with Chiapalache for many years. It's called The Dreamer, and incidentally, today is, you know, Independence Day in the United States, but not for a lot of people here. And that's really concerning. I'll be doing a lot of tuning, hopefully not when it's my time to play. But anyway, this is about an undocumented immigrant from Yadkin County, North Carolina, a DACA recipient for that in the States, that's deferred action for childhood arrivals. So people who were brought into the United States as children can have certain legal protections and, you know, get a driver's license and maybe go to certain colleges and everything. But it's very limited what they're able to achieve. Anyway, this particular person, Moises Serrano, was brought as a baby. He was, you know, I think 14, 15 months old. He doesn't have any memories of Mexico at all. And yet he's in his 30s now, and he can't leave the country. He's trapped here. So this is a very common situation. And I'd like to commemorate all the dreamers on Independence Day, I guess. Shepherds wouldn't roam or so harsh a land. There the sun beats down like hellfire. Bones mark a path clear across the sands. Forlorn souls upon them walking. Well, poor baby Moses, wasn't but 1 year old when his mom crossed the border. 2 little girls scurrying along in tow. He was crying on her shoulder. Their long journey's end was Yadkin County, Tobacco Road, North Carolina, where a grief-stricken daddy prayed through desperate nights his family'd soon be reunited. Well, Moses grew up playing hide and seek amongst rhododendron branches, but his mama's fear ran mighty deep in the hills of Appalachia. Blue flashing lights through endless nights proved the world was unforgiving. An immigrant child must face a life where dreaming is forbidden. Lord, when all is said and done, and this tired old race is run, is there room for love beneath the sun? After all is said and done. Well, sure as sunset fades to dusk and summer green gives way to auburn, into the wilds was Moses thrust, for to wade against rough waters. Now you and I can sing a song, and we can build a congregation, but only when we take a stand will we change our broken nation. For when all is said and done, and this tired old race is run, is there room for love beneath the sun? After all is said and done.
I love the visuals of like rhododendrons and playing in these pastures and these places. It's really pretty.
Yeah, that's rhododendrons are in the mid-Atlantic region, pretty much everywhere, especially around water. So you kind of grew up playing in them when you're from around there. I haven't seen too many rhododendrons out west, honestly, but there may be some. I don't know.
I don't know if I actually know what a rhododendron looks like.
Oh,
They do exist. They do exist. I don't
But
know
in my
if
mind, it was a flower that I just saw.
they grow in the redwood groves.
Oh, really?
California,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Totally,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a really big bush with these waxy dark green leaves, and then
It's like a
the
small
flowers.
magnolia almost. Sort
Yeah,
of.
and they're or like a little bit like hibiscus too. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that kind
Cool,
of flower,
right.
and then they come in all of these different varieties and colors, like pinks and
Yeah.
purples and whites and like lots of different colors. It's really cool.
And they grow alongside mountain laurel, which is another similar shaped leaf. So I don't know. It's a lot smaller, but
They do
Anyway.
look like magnolia leaves, though. That's true, for sure. Maybe they're related. I wonder.
Benjamin, I'm
You
on
got-
your page. I just looked it up because I wasn't sure. I was like, I think I know what a rhododendron is, but I'm not positive.
I think
Yeah,
I have
they're
them
beautiful.
in my yard. I just don't pay. Not enough space.
Oh man, I guess am I up next? I'm forgetting the order.
You
I
are.
believe so. Okay. Well then I guess I'll jump in. Man, it's such a treat to meet all of you. I'm not sure if I've maybe at Clifftop or something briefly, but it's good to like actually connect with you all and be part of this. I figured I'd play one that I wrote sort of in the middle of the pandemic. From a prompt. It was a prompt challenge where I was given a prompt each week, and the prompt was magazine, and the song kind of came out. And it's sort of about the pandemic, but it's mainly about our ability as people, that for better or worse, to adapt to whatever is thrown our way. And yeah, it's called Magazine. I'm gonna take these off. I wanna ride the bus and let my worries slip. Wanna see the words move soft on the stranger's lips. Wanna feel somebody brush past my head. Not have to worry who it was or where they've been. How easily we adjust when we find that we must. How easily we adjust when we find that we must. I wanna ride the train down the Wonderland beach line to where the people place their towels too close to mine, where I can listen in on every sunny scene, pretend I'm tucked away inside my magazine, in tidy little boxes, tidy little lines, and tiny recipes for tiny appetites, where every starved desire and every bare-bone dream is just another fire you can't let yourself feed. How easily we adjust when we find
my god, I love your word painting situation with the how that chorus is like stuck on a chord, like we're all stuck. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know if you intended that, but that's like what I was getting. It's like, and you're singing like some like uncomfortable little dissonances against it, and it's like we adjust, you know, we make it work, and it's like we're like stuck here, you know. I was feeling it. It was giving me
Thank
like,
you.
in my body pandemic vibes.
Yeah, very beautiful voice. Very beautiful
Thank
voice.
you.
Yeah, I really loved the lilt. I felt like it, just like Melody was talking about. I felt like I wanted to, but I couldn't. So I was like, it was really beautiful. The tension was good.
Thank you.
And I need to read more magazines, I guess.
Oh, or maybe not. I feel like, oh man, I forget what they're like sometimes, and then I go back in them, and I'm like, oh man, we have so far to come with everything.
Yeah, another cologne or perfume advertisement, or something.
I was thinking how that's such a good songwriting prompt too, because it's like a word that has multiple meanings. Like someone might just instantly go to like guns in their head, you know. Sorry, UK live stream. Y'all don't know nothing about that, but it's an American problem. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Guns.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, for all you UK folks, I think the irony is not lost on anybody here that we are performing on this Independence Day holiday in London, where we were from whence we got our independence, and we're in an interesting time here in this country. I wanted to read you guys this message that was floating around on Facebook today before I played this next song. I'm not going to read it all, but I just want to bring attention to some of the aspects of it. You know, a few weeks ago in the news, Naomi Osaka was fined $15,000 for not wanting to do a press conference afterwards because it was bad for her mental health. And so she left the tournament. Just a week ago, or well, over this time, a bunch of young women, Christina Mboma most particularly, is not allowed to run in the Olympics because her naturally producing testosterone hormones prevent her from competing fairly according to Olympic rules. Simone Biles attempted this incredible vault trick, which she nailed perfectly, but they didn't credit it or give her a good score because they thought it was too high for everybody else in the gymnastics world. There's a new swim cap company for black hair that is not allowed by the Olympics because something. And Sha'Carri Richardson is not allowed to compete in the Olympics because she smoked a little bit of weed. And so I write the song because there's all these attempts to halt black people excelling and doing things that they do well, because it's unfair to everybody else. So instead of letting the bar rise as it needs to, we lower that bar so that in a word of fairness, but really just so that like all the people that aren't as exceptional can play the game in the way that the establishment wants that game to be played. So I wrote this song for a production that I wrote the music for, a dance production that I wrote the music for a couple years ago called Black Boys, and the production was an exploration of black bodies, but more importantly, a challenge on what masculinity is, and that black men can exist in all different ways, whether that's queer or gay or non-conforming or masculine. And what does masculine mean? What does straight mean? And so this song I wrote called Awakenings, and I think it touches on that prompt or that quote that that storyline that I was talking about, but also just like, you know, as many people have talked about already in the set, like we get hamstrung by all of these laws or ways that people think we should be living, and hopefully we'll see the light and find a better path for all of us to allow ourselves to not be monoliths, or not allow ourselves to be stereotypes or stigmas, but just to be the people that we want to be and need to be, and can be, without having to be shamed for our excellence, or shamed for our imagination, or shamed for our whatever. So here's this tune. When they were little boys, they'd tell each other dreams with color, shapes, and pretty things. They'd laugh and run and dance and sing. Ooh, ooh. They'd read about the kings and queens, and they'd build their castles in the trees, and they'd stare into a midnight sky and fall lost into a paradise. Ooh. And the night has come to say hello, and the stars, they send their shine below, with colors, shapes, and pretty things. They're born from burning hearts and dreams. Ooh. And we're told the stars are out of reach, but they cannot see all I see. With gifts of conjured heat and flame that steady burns through wind and rain. Ooh. And it's born from the souls that we, a bloodline across the sea, the trials that our elders had, reminding me that I ain't. Ooh, ooh, I am alive. I am alive. I am alive. I am alive. Awakenings.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks, folks.
What was the name of the play again?
It was called Black Boys. And now that I see it, it's over my right shoulder.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
cool. It was produced by a guy named Danny Terrell, who's a wonderful dancer and choreographer, and it was a beautiful production with dance and music. Imagine that song with a band, and there was a live artist painting in the back and a poet. It was a really amazing show.
Yeah.
I love that mixing media. I have yet to do any kind of dance thing, but it's like so much of music in the world has dance with it. It just goes together, you know, and we've kind of lost that in America a little bit. It's sad. I mean, it still happens. In Nashville, I love that people dance here. People two-step. But yeah, I played in bluegrass bands for a long time, and it's not the best dance music, and it's not really seen as dance music, you know. And that's like a part of my soul is really thirsting for that.
It's a lot of jumping.
The little, like, you got like Twinkle Toes up front who's like trying to, you know, do river dance or something.
It's impressive.
hippie river
but
dance.
It's a little fidgety. It doesn't have much grooves. I mean, it has a groove center, but it's not. It's hard to get your hips swaying. It's kind of like fidget.
Yeah, it's not a hip dance. It's definitely a leg dance. It's not a hip dance.
It's like from the knees down.
Which is cool. Whatever. I mean,
totally, as long as you're moving.
I prefer jiggy. I mean, definitely, I would say props to Louisiana because they keep it real with dancing and folk music.
Absolutely.
That's a place that does have some massive dance going on.
Totally.
With their
Absolutely.
traditions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I miss it though. I used to play in more dance-oriented bands, and there's just something about that is just awesome. And you can dance to bluegrass, but it just doesn't move my butt. Is all I'm saying. It doesn't make my booty move, and that's just a fact. So I'll play you guys a bluegrass song.
Oh,
because we're not dancing, we're streaming. Maybe some of you are dancing out there, and thank you for that. So I've been getting into co-writing a lot more since I moved to Nashville, and because it's what you do here. It's very cultural. It's like a whole vibe here. You know, meet a new friend and you want to hang out, and they're like, oh, we should co-write, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, it's kind of swingery a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, like everyone's interested in co-writing with each other, you know. It's like a little bit promiscuous, and I kind of love it. And so I've been just co-writing with whoever will have me, and I'm actually home now because the pandemic kind of took Front Country off the road for the foreseeable, let's put it that way. And so I've been here, and I've just been trying to write with people that I've just been trying to write with for years, and passing like ships in the night because our bands are on tour. And so this is one I love writing with Molly Tuttle. She's a good friend. We're both from the Bay Area in California, and so we kind of understand each other, and we have a deep, abiding love for California bluegrass, which is its own style of bluegrass. That we grew up on, going to like Strawberry Music Festival and the Father's Day Festival at Grass Valley, and it's a little more folky and definitely more feminist. We, you know, grew up standing Kathy Kallick and Lori Lewis. Those are our like pantheon of bluegrass ladies, and so we wrote this song together. It was it's based on a Tom Waits quote. Actually, he has this quote about two trees in the forest, and one is crooked and one is straight, and that the crooked one survives because it doesn't get cut down. It's not good for lumber. It's not easy to make into lumber, and so they just leave it there and it survives. And so, you know, he says that he'd rather be like the crooked tree instead, and I think that's such a great lesson, you know, even for kids, you know, that it's not always great to fit in, even though it can kind of hurt sometimes. So Molly and I wrote this one. It's called Crooked Tree. I'm gonna take these off.
Two trees in the forest, one was crooked, one was straight. Crimson bark and emerald needles growing day by day. And though they looked so different, they enjoyed the rain the same, side by side. The chickadee had told them of a darkness on the land, the spinning blades that came to visit carried by a man, that every other tree would see them cut down where they stand by and by. you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. Perfect trees were driven down the mountain to the mill to turn them into toothpicks and to $20 bills. It seemed the more the people took, the more they needed still, but in the end, the crooked ones were left there after all the work was done. And now they go for weeks and never witness anyone. Nobody to tell them if they're growing right or wrong, just the wind. Oh, can't you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. Ooh, people say I'm different, my way of life seems strange. I took the road less traveled, twists and turns along the way. But like the crooked tree, I'm growing stronger day by day as the clouds roll by. A river never wonders why it flows around the bend. A mountain doesn't question how it rose up from the land. So who am I to wish I wasn't just the way I am? Who am I? Oh, can't you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked. Can't you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree.
Hell yeah, that was awesome. I'm totally vibing on the California bluegrass thing. I'm starting to notice, and I'm actually in Santa Cruz right now for the month, and I'm noticing there is a distinct bluegrass vibe out here, and it's awesome. And it's it's a whole different can of worms, but I could totally feel that in that song. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It gave me Wildflowers, Dolly Parton vibes. I don't know if Dolly wrote that one, but just like, you know, don't conform. Do what you should on this planet. Be yourself.
Yeah,
Into it.
wildflowers don't care
Where they grow.
Yeah,
I love that song.
So good.
Good one.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Classic. Instant classic.
Well, I like being with three other people. We're all unpacking this identity in this weird time. It's cool. It feels like there's a nice sense of camaraderie. As I listen to your songs, I'm feeling, damn, I'm glad. I didn't get to say, but props to Ben for that last song too. Like unpacking this like identity when your whole person is literally just analyzed from day one. It's nice to hear it unpacked in song for everyone to just get it out. All the elephants in the room.
And I think we're in a really good time for that, you know? I think this pandemic has highlighted just how necessary music is and how necessary expression is and how necessary like the arts and like just the culture of being people is. And hopefully it allows enough pockets or enough spaces or holes for us to climb in with these things that kind of shake up the establishment and let people be seen.
Yeah, because we're sort of like riding the wave of a zeitgeist shift. Like there was a pretty major like collective shift happening. It was particularly in younger generations. And there's of course a lot of stubborn resistance too, but it's kind of nice that, you know, it's nice and difficult time to be a songwriter, I guess.
I hope so. But it's like lately I've really been, I mean, the whole pandemic brought into focus how much capitalism has sort of changed how I interact with music, and not in the best ways. And I didn't even realize how much it was affecting it and sucking some of the joy out of it. And so I'm really kind of questioning that for myself, and I also, have to question how much change is possible within that structure.
Oh yeah,
it takes
the music
a lot
industry.
to do it.
The music industry needs to crash and burn, and we need to build something better in its place.
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
How about, can I say fuck the music industry? How about some cuss words on the interwaves? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let the white man start it off, and then I will, and then I'll say fuck the music industry.
Maria, chime in on the chat if this is not
Sorry.
good, but I was wondering about that myself. But yeah, the music industry is I'll believe the change when I see it, and when I see people who have a little bit of power in it, like being willing to give up some of that power to try to change it. And that includes me too, right? It includes everybody at whatever power level we're at. Like, we just have to use whatever level we have to do it. And that's the hard part, because capitalism makes it hard for everybody to focus on anything, because they're just trying to survive.
Totally. I kind of I'll take that and run with it, because this song has a lot of that, like the Disney World capitalism, the theme park lifestyle, that kind of idea of America. And yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do one that is kind of, I wasn't gonna do it now, but after hearing everything, I'm liking the guitar hour too. Like, we're all just doing guitar. That's kind of cool. So let me change my mic back to something. So there you go. Yeah, and sorry for cussing, Maria. I saw that it is a family show. I'm sorry, families. My family cussed a lot, so I have no aversion to cussing whatsoever. I grew up around it, and words like that don't have, I mean, it's just like the most natural thing in the world for me to say that, and many, many more. So I apologize.
I feel like the UK is cooler with it, honestly. Like,
yeah,
y'all are dropping some serious ones that wouldn't fly in America.
Well, just much more creative too. I just feel like the words really express in Britain like what it actually is that you're trying to say. Yeah.
Totally. Anyway, here's one I wrote about life in America. It's called in North America, or in the United States. We don't even, we call it America, but South Americans will always point out that it's all America in the Americas. But anyway, so this is one called The Red, White, and Blues. I first heard of Davy Crockett on a Japanese TV while sitting in my living room with a bowl of mac and cheese. More butter, please. This habit sure look good on me. Top of the morning, operator. Pass me through to Uncle Sam. I got laid off this Christmas Eve and I overcooked the ham. I need a helping hand. Sure he'll understand. I've got the red, white, and blue from my head down to my shoes. Lord, I wish I had a nickel for every time my car broke down. It won't pass the emissions test, robbing every shop in town, and now my lungs are brown. I need an ultrasound. Them yuppies sure love money. I bet they think they've come real far. Me, I'm happy singing country songs and picking my guitar down at the bar. Sans caviar. I got the red, white, and blue from my head down to my shoes. Life unfortunate disease. It rears you up on fairy tales, then it clubs you in the knees. Roll up your sleeves. Tinkerbell ain't what she seems. Deaf. The happy ending will wait. You only have to smoke 2 packs a day and drink your whiskey straight. Don't hesitate. I heard the afterlife is great. I got the red, white, and blue. From my head down to my shoes, I got the red, white, and blue. From my head down to my shoes.
Amen.
Heck yeah.
Patriotic songs for a patriotic day. Love it.
Yay, America.
America.
I'm loving that we're doing this, honestly. I was kind of like, a gig on the 4th, great. And for the UK, even better.
I know, that's pretty sweet.
You know, though, I think fairy tales are one of the, like, more sacred things that are still intact about America. Like, I think we glorify them and make them all about Tinkerbell and, like, this, like, you know, like, whatever. But, like, the real fairy tales, like, you go back to the old stories, and they're, like, scary and brutal and, like, and frightening. And they're not this, like, glimmery, glamoury, you know, whatever. They're like, if you do this, you'll die. So don't do so.
Oh yeah, like
Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
And that has like allowed us to just fall right into the clutches of surveillance capitalism. You will be found out. You must fear everything. You should be afraid of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Fatal is like, yeah. That's a good observation.
I'm thinking that next I'll play, I have a little, like, it has capitalist overtones, but I think everything does in a way. It's a breakup song about spending too much money at Trader Joe's.
Nice.
So I think maybe I'll play that now. We're talking about consumerism. I love that, especially that first verse image, Joe. With the butter and the cheese and the I don't remember what you were watching on TV in the thing, but
yeah, history of Davy Crockett.
Yep.
Propagation of the white myth. We will go westward. We are strong.
Manifest destiny. Garbage.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, this is just a little breakup song, but it kind of, I don't know why, I just felt like playing it right now. Okay, I'll take off my headphones. This one's called Flowers, and I wrote it last fall. I am buying myself flowers these days. Spend too much of my money on a yellow rose bouquet to put on my windowsill with my new empty space to fill. I am buying myself flowers these days. I am buying myself wine to drink alone. $2 chuck Cabernet Sauvignon. Today I found our old corkscrew, so I know what I need to do. I am buying myself wine to drink alone. I'm a 21st century woman who's crying like a little child, wearing my poor heart on my shopping cart in the frozen food aisle. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing, spending my hard-earned money for, when the truth is I just can't afford to miss you anymore. I am buying myself a ticket for the train. so pissed that you got to leave. Got a change of scenery, so I am buying myself a ticket for the train. I'm a 21st century woman who's crying like a little child at the same train station where we cheat the turnstile. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing, spending my hard-earned money for, when the truth is I just can't afford to miss you anymore. I'm buying myself fresh cotton sheets. Got a low thread count, but the price is pretty sweet. So I got to hold on to our set, and they won't let me forget. So I am buying myself fresh cotton sheets. Got to hold on to our corkscrew, but I couldn't hold on to you. So I am buying myself wine, buying myself time, giving myself space, with a love, a little grace. I am buying myself flowers these days. I am buying myself flowers these days. I'm gonna have a coughing attack.
You made it through. Yeah, you made it through. Awesome. Pretty,
I
pretty
did.
Impressive.
You know, when you just get that little tickle and you're just like, oof.
Oh man. It's so
Anyway.
I do know. That was beautiful. The wordplay in that song was crafty, delicious.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of, I'm in Nashville. Speaking of wordplay, I'm in Nashville, and
Sweet.
well, I'm not in Nashville right now, but I just moved there,
Sweet.
and we should definitely connect. That would be really cool.
You guys should write a song together.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Feeling slutty.
would love that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mariah.
hey Ben, I'll be in Seattle in a couple weeks too, so we should do that. We should
Let's
do
write a
that.
song, man.
Oh my god.
It'll be Seattle versus Nashville.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see who comes up with the more anti-capitalist song. I think it's gonna be you guys.
We should use as many swear words as possible, Joe.
Yeah, we should let's get a coffee first at Starbucks.
Let's not.
Okay.
Sore subject, Seattle. I would love to write with any and all of you actually, and we could do it over Zoom. So I'm super into that. I'm just trying to write with people and like, I don't know. This is a good vibe. This whole round is pretty lit.
We should have a songwriting foursome.
We should have a foursome songwriting, yeah.
We could do it right now. We could just make it awkward and spend like 3 hours right now writing a song together.
Oh, the song. Oh, yeah, right.
In-
Okay. I thought you were.
Okay, guys, what rhymes with rhododendron?
Rhododendron.
I don't know. I loved your Sauvignon Cabernet
Remember
Sauvignon
when then?
rhyme.
Yeah.
So you probably could do this better, Liv.
We're in break and bend 'em.
Perfect.
Let's give it 10 minutes and we'll come back to that rhyme. All right. Well, this song I wrote about the kids. We talked about fairy tales. I'm really into like the end of the world movies and apocalyptic dystopian shows. I guess I'm just kind of preparing or something. It's like I watch a lot of kung fu, and I feel like if I watch enough of it, I'll absorb like self-defense tactics. Same with apocalyptic movies. I feel like if I watch them enough, I'll be better prepared. But this is kind of my like dystopian future. That's not really dystopian. I guess it's a dystopian for adults. I feel like I've been a teacher for a long time, and kids, since I began teaching, have always been exceptionally smarter than I was at their age. I maybe it's a credit to the internet or like just access to information, but like they're more connected. They're more they're just in the know about world events, and they read more and they know more, and they just are a lot more mature about things. And I wrote this song with the idea that like one day our kids are going to get really fed up, and just like they like play that joke on TikTok for Donald Trump when he did that rally in Nebraska or whatever, and they like bought all those tickets and then didn't show up. I feel like they're going to hop on TikTok and be like, let's just leave and forget everybody else and go hang out by ourselves, because we can survive this better than our adult, our parents and all the other crazy adults out there. And so that's what this song is about. Did you find them children? Did you find them children? They done run on. They done run on. They done run on. And where they're going, ain't telling no one. Did you find them children? Did you find them children? They wrote a letter, left early morning, I went to find a new dawn, something they can smile on. Wrote a letter, they wrote a letter. Went off in the country, to the mountain, to the valley, to the river. Gonna talk to that old grove, sit down with a tree folk. Went off in the country, went off in the country. They said they'd be bang, they said they'd be bang when the moon shine, when the moon shine, when the moon shine, and a wolf cried, and a dream died. They said they'd be back, they said they'd be back. Did you find them children? 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 Did you find them children?
Woo!
Love a good apocalyptic song.
Yeah, TikTok kids.
Yeah, TikTok kids.
They're doing all right.
They are.
That was one of the best highlights of the year for me.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Youth culture, man. Gen Zers, different thing going on. They're far less like #1. We're gonna be. They're like the school shooting generation. They're like, life is kind of meaningless. They have a cool like nihilism vibe. I'm really digging. Actually, Liv,
cool
you
for me. I don't know.
Liv, you might. Are you an actual Gen Zer?
Yeah.
I think I'm on the cusp. I was a 98 baby. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah.
I think you might be Gen Z. That's awesome.
I
You're
might
way
be.
cooler than the rest of us.
I don't know. I'm definitely not as connected on, like, I'm not as on social media, and I wish we would all, like, I don't know. I think it's an amazing tool, but I also feel like, just like you said, you know, Gen Z is going to save us. I wish that they'd just organize a mass exodus from social media or something, but I know that's contradictory.
I tend up getting to each platform like 10 years later than when I was supposed to. And then I realize, like, I'm always trying to catch up. I'm like, why don't I have more followers? It's like, you're 10 years late, dingus. So, you know, there needs to be just a new platform and just get it all done, and then it just be something holistically better. But
Woof. We should all join Woof. You guys know?
Wait.
That's an office.
Sure
that's an office reference.
Okay.
Oh.
that
I
sounds
appreciate
very
an office
specific.
reference.
Shoot. Hey, Maria.
On that bombshell, don't turn off, everybody. Stay on Facebook and stay on YouTube
Oh, yeah. Don't leave the Facebook.
and watch the show.
Oh, yeah, this is like
Don't leave
postmodernism at its best.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna take you all into the waiting room for a 5-minute comfort break while I big up all the rest of the events, and then I'll bring you back in 5. Okay. See you in a minute.
Thanks, Maria.
So this is our halftime interval. Hey everybody. Well, it's a lively show. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you are too. And this is great artists. I've picked them all for their fantastic take on the world and strong opinions and brilliant music. So I hope you're enjoying it. There's something a bit different in terms of this in the round music and chat. So I'll give them 5 minutes just to have a little comfort break now while I just mention to you again. This is like part 1 today. So we had a fabulous step dance workshop with April Birch this afternoon, and we have this concert tonight. And then part 2 of Streaming Across the Sea will be next Saturday, 10th of July. So we've cunningly avoided the big football matches in the Euros. So please bookmark that. Check out our website, truenorthmusic.co.uk. You can sign up to my mailing list on the front page there. Because these online things are the only thing that we're getting involved in right now. And then also on the social media, despite it all being apocalyptic, the upside is that we can gather together like this during the pandemic. So you can follow us. If you're on the Facebook page, please like and follow, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com True North Music. We want to acknowledge again the generous support of Arts Council England, which allowed us to give us the funding for our festival and then allowed us to adapt to online. We still need your donations, though. We really do. We're way off our donations target at the moment. We really need that to actually pay everybody fairly and cover the costs of the sound engineers and next week's live filming people. So we're going to be actually recording. Well, not recording. We're going to be filming and live streaming our 2 wonderful UK bands in part 2 of this festival. That's Jaywalkers from Chester and the Jellyman's Daughter from Edinburgh. Well, 2 of them from Edinburgh and the other 2 from other places. So 2 fantastic folk Americana bands who I'm sure some of our fans and followers of True North Music will remember their shows for us here. They're both great. And we're going to have the guys from Northern Cowboy Films, Mark and Tom, actually filming in high quality and live streaming. So we're in our empty venue. We've been ultra cautious about COVID, and we won't be hosting any live shows with audiences anytime soon. We're hoping that things are going to get better, but we're seeing how things go over the next few months. So the idea is it'll just be the musicians and the crew in our wonderful little venue, the Carlisle Institute in Meltham, which has got a beautiful concert room. So please do tune in for that next Saturday night. So that'll be from 8 p.m. We'll be going live again on YouTube and Facebook, and support that as well. And then we've also got a mandolin workshop next Saturday morning from Mike Giverin from Jaywalkers. It's practically sold out already, a week ahead, but there might be a few places left. I haven't looked for a few hours, but he's a wonderful tutor as well as a great player. So check that out for you Mando pickers. So again, yes, please donate if you have the means. I've put the link in the chat, and also we put it up in the live stream every so often. Here it is. That's at paypal.me/True North Music UK, and that will help us pay all the musicians as much as possible. Also, go to everybody's website, check out their music, go to Bandcamp, which is a great and very fair platform for buying music, much better than streaming on Spotify or whatever. If you must stream, also go and buy the download from Bandcamp to help the artist. That's it's been a really tough year and a half, so please continue to support grassroots artists. So I'll bring the guys and gals back in now and see if we've got anything that they want to announce in terms of news. So Melody, bring you in first. Hey, Mel. Are you with us? Calling Melody Walker. Perhaps not. I shall try someone else. Oh, yeah. You with this, Mel? Can you unmute yourself? Hey.
Hi, you brought me back in.
Was that a fast 5 minutes? It seemed a long time when I was talking away, and I didn't want to lose everyone.
I just wasn't paying attention.
So just as I bring other people back in, is there anything like you want to mention in terms of projects coming up, or are we going to have any solo releases from you in the foreseeable future? Is that something you're working on?
Right now, I'm mostly writing with other people for their projects and kind of starting to write songs, like a collection of songs for me, maybe to release under my own name. But I'm still super proud of the record that Front Country made and put out last year. I wrote all the songs on the record, almost single-handedly, all of them.
Absolutely. It's a brilliant record. Impossible World. Everybody go and buy it. I'll put the link in the chat again.
Yeah.
So,
check that one out.
And I'll we'll move on and get you all into part 2. So let's bring Joe back next if he's ready. Joe, hey.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for staying.
Yeah, of course.
So again, you got a brand new record coming out very soon, right?
Yeah, it comes out August 20th. We released, me and the record label Free Dirt Records released the first single this past Tuesday, which features Ngozi Fields, an incredible native musician that
he's ace.
He's a stellar old-time guy, also plays bass in the Western Centuries, but he played bass, fiddle, and guitar on the same track, and then Tim O'Brien played mandolin and sang vocals, and they're my pony girls. It was pony power all the way, which if you don't know what that means, pay attention to me, and then you might wish you hadn't, and then at least you'll know what the term means.
Some people in the UK may have seen the Ghosty.
Melody, you're definitely a pony girl.
Yeah,
I got the hair.
Ghosty was over with the horse necks a few years ago, and a lot of people might have seen him at some of the festivals, and also with West. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's
so
awesome.
Yeah, we'll look forward. Buy the album, everyone.
Yeah, and, borrow time. Follow me on all the streaming platforms that give me no money.
Here we go. Here's Liv coming back. Liv, you've got a wonderful album which I've linked to already, and tell us a bit about that extra song you released as well. I hope you're going to do that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hadn't thought about it. But now maybe I will.
No pressure.
So I put out a record in May of 2020, my very first record. Worst timing ever. But still very proud of that record. It's called Every Bright Penny, and it was produced by Issa Burke, who's in a band called Lula Wiles, and she played all over it. It was a mainly all-female band. I'm super proud of it. I'm wicked proud of it.
Issa
and
played
you can check
on
that out.
live stream, and
yeah, you can. Yeah, thank you. You can find it all the places, including Bandcamp if you want to support and buy a copy. I also have stickers and stuff on there, which is fun. But yeah, right now I'm just living in Nashville. Just moved here, working and writing with people and trying to write my next record. So
Great.
That's that. Yeah.
And last but not least, wonderful Ben Hunter. Welcome back, Ben. Any news you want to share?
I have no individual album. I'm too busy, I guess. I've gone into the studio to record the album for Black Boys, and that's looking great. Joe and I have an album that we haven't even released yet. That's just kind of hanging. We're just kind of hanging on it. But I've spent a lot of time just writing. I've been writing music for like band stuff, like funk and soul kind of music. I'm kind of in this place where like I really like I've spent all this time writing these like these songs on like on critiquing the world because it's such a horrible place sometimes. But I really just want to write some dance music, and so I've been trying to like get into some funk and soul stuff that's just fun and kind of dancey. So who knows? I might release an album one day, but right now I'm having a lot of fun just playing music and being a local musician. Actually has been kind of fun. I also have a new baby, so that's really what I've been making lately is raising a son, and that's kind of my priority right now. Yeah.
By the way, Evie Layden was in the comments, so I told her you were all dissing the possibility of dancing to bluegrass type music.
No,
old time's a bit different, right?
Yeah, go back into the recording. I said flat footing is really impressive. Okay. I wasn't one of them.
Let's get into part 2. let's get going. I'll be here all night. So yeah, Melody, take it away, and I'll take myself out, and Melody set us off on part 2. See you on the other side.
So speaking of traditional music, I'm gonna play just a straight up power pop ballad for you guys. I've been writing lately in town. My new neighbor, I just moved in East Nashville, and my new neighbor is somebody I've been friends with for a while, but there was a pandemic and we were both on tour so much before we couldn't write, and we've just started writing up a storm. We've been on a whole tear. We're like writing an album for her. We've been calling it mining Hitcoin. That's our it's a new cryptocurrency. Maybe you haven't heard of it yet. So we're mining Hitcoin together, and her name is Sarah Potenza, and she has like one of my favorite voices that I've ever heard. She was on The Voice, which is if you sing at all, everyone's like, you should go on The Voice. I don't know I think there's probably a Voice UK because there's like Britain's Got Talent. There's all these franchises. So yeah, she was on The Voice. She didn't win or anything, but she was able to sort of start a career and get a solid fan base started from that. And she's just been touring ever since. And I love her voice and her message and everything. And we just really vibe. So this is one that we wrote together, that is about something that is so hard to get at in this culture. And yeah. I think it was something that we found that we both resonated with and we could both write about and relate to. So this is called Strong.
Remember the last time I let go. Ride or die for the high vibe, 'cause I get low when there's no rest, no relief, when I can't trust the ground beneath my feet. It shifts like quicksand, and if I struggle, it'll only drag me down. And I don't wanna be strong anymore. They They tell me I survive. Well, what am I living for? What if I wanna be wrong? 'Cause it's not right that I should spend my whole life ready for a fight. What if I don't wanna be strong? I've been hiding the pain in plain sight. So proud of the way I learned to fight. I was caught up in believing if it don't hurt, it ain't real. When I'm broke down, heart is beating, letting go might be the only way to heal. And I don't wanna be strong anymore. They tell me I survive, but what am I living for? What if I wanna be wrong? 'Cause it's not right that I should spend my whole life bloody from the fight. What if I don't wanna be strong? It's heavy holding the sky on my own. Oh, no. Sometimes I wanna let go, but it's all I've ever known. And I don't wanna be strong anymore. They tell me I survive, but what am I living for? What if I wanna be wrong? 'Cause it's not right that I should spend my whole life bloody from the fight. What if I don't wanna be strong, 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 ooh, strong, 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 ooh.
Wow.
Bluegrass.
Was that a modulation?
I mean, come on. I think the song earned it. Hopefully.
I love
This
it.
is me turning my chair on the voice.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah. So I'm really excited to be exploring this side of my songwriting. I've always loved pop music, and
Yeah.
and I've always played piano too, but it's too heavy. Piano's too heavy to bring around, so I never did. And I always just play guitars, but it's been nice to be at home playing my piano.
Yeah, pop music is really good. Good pop music is really good, and that was a great song.
Thanks. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Very
But
awesome.
bad pop music sucks.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Totally. Well,
There's a lot of it. There's a lot of bad pop music. It's just, I don't want to just say that pop music can, whatever.
Well, bad any kind of music sucks.
I know.
You know, don't be
I know.
that Luddite, curmudgeonly stereotype of.
Oh God, I want to be though. I really want to be a curmudgeon.
I kind of bemoan being a acoustic musician sometimes because I love pop and I love some of the youth culture that revolves around pop. I'm like kind of jealous. Like, wow, I want to be hip, but I mean, hey, it's kind of like anyway.
No, banjos are hip now, man.
Yeah, they are. I guess
happen.
they're also very heavy, like a piano, but you do have to carry them around, which kind of sucks. But well, I guess I'll go into a song now because I think it's my turn, and and I guess I should do that if that's okay. If anyone doesn't want banjo, you're welcome to tune out or put it on mute, but this is gonna happen. And this is kind of a poppy song. It's kind of pop world music, and I wrote it after interviewing a couple young women who were the head of their high school's Extinction Rebellion group, and that's one of the best things to come out of the UK in recent years. And the last verse talks about how youth culture is taking us forward, and they're picking a fighting for the safety of our planet, and it is a pretty inspiring thing to see so many hundreds of thousands of people getting together. So I can't help but have a little bit of faith in youth activism going forward. So anyway, this was written about Laura Saavedra and Jacqueline Dean, and it's called Horizon.
Valiente juventud, nos llaman a la lucha, entre amor y rabia nos apelan. Generación de fuerza, manteniendo abiertas las puertas de la extinción rebelión.
Heck yeah.
Love that. I love that like flamenco-y technique on banjo too. Are you like?
Oh yeah, that's like.
Or are you like the dude?
Well, I've been Paul Barajal, the banjo player for Chapalache, and I were kind of like exploring this chacarera meets banjo. Yeah. It's a South American like the cuatro venezolano. There's several like jarana in Mexico. This like that cool technique, but you got banjo picks on, so you have to do it with your ring finger, or with your ring finger. So it's like you're keeping your picks out of the way and doing that at the same time. It's kind of a trip, but it sounds pretty cool. So I'm having a lot of fun with that technique.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think strumming patterns are really fun. That's what I do on my little charango too.
Yeah,
although
totally.
Charango. I keep breaking strings. I need to figure that out.
I'm using the banjo uke for that whole purpose, just to explore all that you can do with the right hand strumming techniques. It's like the whole Latin America has this just wealth of everything you can do with the hand, like all the polyrhythms. It's like just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Venezuela is the tippy top on the cuatro players, like Che Hurtado. It's just unbelievable what they can do rhythmically with just the human hand. It's so cool.
I always wanted to play cavaquinho, but the strings are like super tight and hard. But
So
I wonder
hard.
if they make a nylon string. Like, you're inspiring me to try to just like tune.
Try the
something
banjo
like a cavaquinho.
uke. Try the banjo uke. It's crazy percussive, and it and Latin Americans immediately are like, "Whoa, what is that?" And like, it's a banjo uke. It's once that hits those countries, forget about it. It's gonna be a way cooler instrument. So.
Sorry, I've been kind of like looking. Sure, yes. Sorry, I'm looking over here. So I'm currently with some family in North Carolina, and the reason why I'm like looking over here right now is because I wanted to play this next one for my grandpa because I wrote it. He's 95, Grandpa Greene, and so he's coming into the room.
Can we sing, or is
Yeah,
that
maybe
too
at the
hard to
end
do?
of it. At the end of it, because I don't want to mess up the camera right now.
Where are you in North Carolina?
Topsail Beach.
Oh, cool.
We're just renting. We don't
Nice.
own here. We're just here for a little bit.
Cool.
My family, I'm meeting them here. But this is a song that I wrote during quarantine about my grandmother, Anne Love Greene. And so, hi, Grandpa. I'm playing for the internet. But I thought I'd play you this song for Grandma. So I'm going to do that now. This is a song I wrote for a prompt challenge as well. And the prompt was Dinner Bell, which reminded me of my grandmother because she had this little dinner bell that she would ring at her house, and we would always gather in her kitchen and pray and eat all together in Maryland. And it just kind of sparked these memories in me, especially the cicada. She died in 2004 of cancer. It was taken from us too soon, and so a lot of the memories of that year were brought back to me this year with the cicadas happening again. And so it's just little vignettes from my childhood and my memories of her. And this is dedicated to her and to you, Grandpa. All right, I'm gonna play it. Thank you. Thanks, family. Grandpa, do I have permission to show you on the camera? Real quick? Okay. I'll just show my grandpa real quick.
This is so freaking
This is
cozy,
Grandpa
you guys.
Greene.
Yeah. Hey, Grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for letting me do that little family thing in the midst of this round.
I think that's great. To have an audience be able to hang out with your family and then have your grandpa hear a song that you wrote. That's really sweet. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's very special to get to see them, for sure.
I'm so alone right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm jealous.
Well, I'm gonna do an instrumental here. This is a song I wrote after I read a book called The Black Count. And The Black Count is this fascinating book. It's really amazing. It's the story of Thomas Alexander Dumas, who was the father of the great French writer Alexander Dumas, and who was actually the subject of many of Dumas's, great figures, right? So the D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers, or the Count of Monte Cristo. So many of his subjects were based off of his father, and he was this guy that was born in Haiti to his French aristocratic or nobleman father, and whose brother was the plantation owner in Haiti, and then a enslaved mother. And the French nobleman sold the mother and the daughter so that he could buy passage for himself and his son to go back to France. This was right before the French Revolution. And raised his son in this in this aristocratic, noble lifestyle. And he grew to be this, 6'6" tall guy, horseback rider, swordsman, just a real classy fellow, and rose to the ranks of like one of the highest generals in the French army during the French Revolution. And and this guy had these great stories. Like, there's stories of him being shot, and there's like holes in his jacket, but he still like single-handedly captures a bridge from, the enemy combatants. He like scales a sheet of ice, like a mountain of ice. He scales it with his troops and like takes over this fort at the top of a mountain. I mean, just all these incredible like stories that sound like action figure stories this guy did. And at the height of his career was also at the time when Napoleon was coming up. And it was during this time when the French Revolution was kind of pivoting from, égalité, fraternité, liberté for everybody except women. But black doesn't matter. If you touch French soil, you were considered free. But when Napoleon came to reign and then became the emperor, he, because of this great war that they had to pay for it. So he kneeled to the plantation owners in Haiti, right? Because the sugar industry was such a big commodity driver for the colonies. And this person that helped win the war, this general that helped win the war, if he were ever to leave France and go back to Haiti, would have been back in enslavement. And so I wrote this song because, there's these moments in our history where we're on the right track, and then we bend or we break because, there's not enough money in it, or, we figure, oh, we'll just wait. Now's not the time. We'll just wait. Obviously, case in point is the United States, right? And our forefathers said, y'all, we'll just wait for slavery. We'll just wait. And, at some point, we're going to have to make the decision that, our values are more important than, a dollar bill. And so that's what the song's called. It's called Ma Terre, s'il vous plaît, pardonnez-vous, which is Mother Earth, please forgive us. You.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Love it.
Great tone, man. Wow.
Do you speak
Yeah.
French?
Gorgeous.
Do you speak
Do I
French, Ben?
do I speak French?
Yeah.
Comme ci, comme ça. I'm trying to teach myself bit by bit.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous, Ben.
you,
Sadly,
man.
I think this is going to have to be the last go round,
Oh my
or
gosh.
you'll all be here all night. I mean, because yeah, I think judging on the time, yeah, that'll be about when we plan to finish. So
Like chatty Cathy.
sadly, no, but it's been really great, really interesting and fascinating. And so yeah, so just wanted to give you the heads up and continue, take it, bring it home. So Melody up next. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, I gotta decide now between everything I've got left. I knew it was gonna be like 4 or 5 songs. Like we're such chatty Cathy's. Can't remember whether I do this in G or A, but we'll just go with yeah.
You know I want Lonesome Town, right?
Oh, I'm gonna do a different one. I got
Okay.
My heart is feeling this next song.
You got my hopes up earlier at soundcheck.
I know.
No worries. I'm just joking.
But
No
honestly,
requests.
I think I'll be better at this one. Let's go. We're gonna put it in A. We're gonna live on the dangerous side. This is a tune that I wrote with Justin Hiltner for Bluegrass Pride. I'm so proud of this song that we wrote together. It is kind of the unofficial anthem, although I think Bluegrass Pride can have all the anthems that it wants because it's such a big and beautiful organization. If anybody doesn't know what Bluegrass Pride is all about, I'm assuming y'all do here, but folks in the UK who might not know about it, it's a wonderful org that was kind of started with just the wacky idea to put a bluegrass band playing on a porch float in the San Francisco Pride Parade, and also obviously a movement of inclusion in bluegrass music and roots music in general and old time too, and so it ended up the first year that it was in the San Francisco Pride Parade, which I think was 2017, maybe 2016. It ended up winning best overall contingent in the parade, so it was kind of great to see bluegrass do that. Bluegrass Pride, queer bluegrass, and there's a music video for the song shot at the second San Francisco Pride Parade with Bluegrass Pride float that you can check out on YouTube if you want to. Justin and I were sort of imagining a utopia, not a dystopia. We've had a lot of dystopian songs, and this one's about the utopia of acceptance and how things really ought to be, and maybe with a little bit of a trying to cater toward more of a conservative audience and find common values that that they could try to live up to all together with us. So this is Live and Let Live. When I was a child, my mama said to me that she would love me no matter who I grew up to be. She
held me in her arms and kissed me 1, 2, 3, and said she hoped that I would marry someone who loves me. Let the rainbow fly, let the banjo sing. Go on and grab you a partner and give 'em a swing. Let the fiddle play, let the people be. 'Cause when we live and let live, we let freedom ring. My daddy always talked about honesty and how a person better practice if they're looking to preach. So when we fell in love, he didn't disagree. He said he'd never want to change a single thing about me. Let the rainbow fly, let the banjo sing. Go on and grab you a partner and give 'em a swing. Let the fiddle play, let the people be. When we live and let live, we let freedom ring. So if I have a child, I'll set him on my knee, and I will pass along wisdom that was given to me, and I will sing a song of how the world could be if we could love all our neighbors unconditionally. Let the rainbow fly, let the banjo sing. Go on and grab you a partner and give 'em a swing. Let the fiddle play, let the people be. 'Cause when we live and let live, we let freedom ring. Let the rainbow fly, let the banjo sing. Go on and grab you a partner and give 'em a swing. Let the fiddle play, let the people be. 'Cause when we live and let live, we let freedom ring. Oh, when we live and let live, we let freedom ring. When we live and let live, we let freedom ring. When we live and let live, when we live and let live, we let freedom ring.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Happy Pride Month. It's over,
all-
but it's always Pride Month.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about dancing to that one.
See, because it's more of a two-step. It's really not a bluegrass song. I cheated.
Well, I'll do a bluegrass song along that same line of thought, like writing for a conservative audience and trying to bring them into the fold of progressive politics or ways of thought, because it is possible. You just have to kind of pierce through the division-based politics and all that, you know, this dying zeitgeist, which we're kind of progressing out of, I think, in a pretty massive scale, hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna do one too. It's kind of like it's a little bit hokey, but willingly hokey, and I think that's okay. It's like abandon fear of hokiness. It's okay to love and just be nice and celebrate unity and stuff. So I'll do this one. It's called "Love Along the Way."
Hell yeah.
And it's a little bit fast. All across this country, from the east to the west, everywhere I go, find the same old mess. Good-hearted people doing the best they can with a mugged-up system that don't give a damn. But I'll hold your hand if you hold mine. Life on earth is borrowed time, and as long as we're living, we ought to strive to love along the way.
space-time. I'll hold your hand if you hold mine. Life on earth is borrowed time, and as long as we're living, we ought to strive to love along the way. Well, hark, hallelujah, when that banjo rings, I can hear the sacred spirit coming off the strings. Sisters and brothers, won't you sing with me? 'Cause there ain't no greater force on earth than unity. I'll hold your hand if you hold mine. Life on earth is borrowed time, and as long as we're living, we ought to strive to love along the way. Yes, Lord, as long as we're living, we ought to strive to love along the way.
Yes. That one burns.
Check that out on all streaming platforms. Joe Troop, Love Along the Way. With Ngozi Fields, my pony girl, and Tim O'Brien, my other pony girl.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is so hot. I can't even describe that ensemble. Sounds amazing.
Listen to it on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
And you can, we'll have to play it with all together someday and hold hands and click cans.
That's good.
Yes.
Super bro country sounding.
Yeah.
Hold hands and click cans, bro.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy do you think we've all gotten over this last year?
10.
10.
So.
I got uncrazy. I think
Oh.
I think I finally figured some stuff out. Like
You leveled out, huh?
I realized how crazy what I was doing before was, and that is such a gift, and I'm so grateful. And I know that I'm lucky to have gotten out of this pandemic just with like really great life lessons and, you know, existential crisis and stuff instead of like, you know, severe health problems and death. So I want to recognize that for sure. It was not that easy for other people, but I'm grateful.
Yeah. That's good to hear.
I can't say the same. I feel like crazy as a shithouse rat, pardon my French, but pandemic left a lot to be unpacked. And I wound back up in rural North Carolina too, which was a lot to unpack from after Buenos Aires, but I don't know. So still unpacking, trying to do my best, but there's a lot of, you know, it's a vicious world out there. So it's, I don't know. I kind of feel, if anyone else feels weirded out and all screwed up, you ain't alone.
Yeah, I was not good a few months ago. It was not good.
Yeah.
But I'm coming out of it.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
More power to you.
Yeah, Melody, I can relate. I appreciated the Pride anthem too, because I had one of those moments too during quarantine where I came out to myself and had one of those like crazy, you know, life catches up to you moments of just like, wow, I can't run away from things anymore. So grateful to the pandemic, even though I'm not grateful to it in a lot of ways, of course, but appreciated those queer anthems that were just played. Love it.
Hooray, yes, hooray.
Yeah.
For all of that. I feel you, sis. We should talk about it.
Yeah, we should. And I was deciding, so for my last one, I can either play the one from my album, which would be Smart, or I could play a little gay love song. But I think...
Gay love song!
It's not even... Okay. I guess I'll do that one.
Yeah, play the gay love song.
They can get the stuff on the album and go listen to more.
True. This is kind of half-baked, too, but I'm just more excited about it right now. Oh, yeah, and go listen to everybody's music, people listening, everyone on this stream, and thank you so much to Maria for having us, to True North Music. Claps for that. I'm gonna take these off. Yeah, this has been so fun. Such a treat. Alright. Make sure that I'm tuned. Okay. Here we go. This is one that I started writing earlier this spring. It's called Springtime Girl. And it's just a little song, you know, a little ditty. We don't hide it very well, yet I'm scared that I might tell, 'cause I just want to stay here for a spell. Before the record all runs out, before the sweetness all turns sour, before all the birds return south. 'Cause I'm sure you're well aware of the way that I have stared at sunlight in your hair. Springtime girl, smell cinnamon and clove, put the water on the stove, and you don't ask, you just know. Did it fall or did it slip? Your hand when it brushed on my hip, your gaze when it lingered on my lips. 'Cause I'm sure you're well aware of the way that I have stared at sunlight in your hair. Springtime girl, springtime girl, 'cause I just want to stay here for a spell. 'Cause I just want to stay here for a spell.
Yes.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my god, beautiful.
Thank you.
That is not half baked. It's so fully baked.
Eh.
It's great.
It's a light little one, you know. But thank you. Thank you all so much. This has been so fun.
Yeah. I guess I'll try and do a little light one. I don't know. I don't know how light it is. I want to start by just saying thanks to True North and to Maria for having us and putting this together. I was just typing in the chat. You know, this roundtable is such a nice platform for connection and doing this in a way that, like, otherwise throughout this last 14-15 months has felt really isolating and weird to, like, be in this room by yourself looking at a screen of yourself playing tunes to who knows who, because you know, you're not looking at the chat or whatever, and so just this is really nice to, like, share and, like, talk, and, like, you know, people are all over the country. It's really nice. So thank you, Maria, and thank you, Melody and Joe and Liv, and for being here. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And this next song is kind of built on, you know, the idea that we should be paying more attention to ancient wisdom. And you know, I spent a lot of my time doing community organizing, and especially, like, now in this pandemic, you know, one of the big catastrophes is disaster gentrification, and all these businesses that have gone out of business because they can't pay rent, or they just can't afford to be a business any longer, and so they leave their places. And then all these other corporate enterprises that have all this money buy all this property, just further exacerbating an already gentrified neighborhood, or further exacerbating the inequities that happen. And so, you know, a lot of the organizing that I've been participating in has been not necessarily around coming up with new strategies, but really looking to like older strategies of coalition building and how working together can, you know, share your resources and share your connections and mobilize a lot more people. And, you know, I think it was Joe, one of your songs was, you know, roll up your sleeves. You know, this whole American way is to like do things by your own bootstraps and like do things alone. And that's just such a horrible misnomer, because it's not even true. I mean, there's nobody in this country that's done anything by themselves, and yet that's like the narrative that keeps being told to everybody. And so this song I kind of wrote to remind us that we exist for each other, and if we can remember that and live by that, perhaps we can come up with some good solutions for this other BS. This is called Ancient Ones. I am walking on an ancient path. Footsteps call the trail that weaves and winds through nature's pain. It is lonely, but I am not alone. I stroll through old stone quarries, carrying stories seldom told. And I am sailing on an open sea. Wind soft on my back whispers secrets just for me. Day is calm, sun sets tonight. The stars shine down as gentle waves lullaby my mind. And I am flying through a deep blue sky. Forest, lakes, and mountains guide me on a moonlit night. Trees, they shiver, rain, lakes, they shine. The mountains climb up to a place that's solemn and divine. And I am searching back to the days before, the memories of lessons learned by ways of all along. I feel the joy and I hear the cries, a gospel sung through generations, space, and time. And I am calling I'm calling to the ancient ones. And I am calling, I'm calling to the ancient one. Yes, I am calling, calling to the ancient ones. Yes, I am calling, I'm calling to the ancient one. There we are.
Yes.
Thanks, folks.
I wish we could be playing together, y'all. I wish I could sing with you on that.
Yeah, that would be really great. I've only sang it by myself, and it needs more people. Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. Wonderful.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, all of you. And yeah, it's been a pretty epic concert, really. Again, buy the artist's music. Donate if you can. I'll let them all go now, and then I'll just wrap up. So everybody, one more time, please welcome, not welcome, thank your appreciation for Melody Walker. Joe Troop. Woo. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bud.
Liv Greene.
Thank you.
And last but not least, the wonderful Ben Hunter. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you all. Thanks, Maria.
And see you soon.
Bye.
Well, that was epic. Thanks for those of you who stuck with us through 3+ hours tonight on a Sunday evening. I know it's a lot to take in, but it was magnificent. As I mentioned, so we've shared a lot through the comments, all the artists' websites, and on the graphics. Please buy their music. Bandcamp is a great source for ordering downloads where the artists get paid fairly. You can order CDs, but shipping charges might be a bit high to the UK, especially at the moment. We hope to, that they'll be back on tour eventually and we can actually see them in person. So yeah, as well as that, please, if you enjoyed tonight, please consider donating. It's the paypal.me/True North Music UK. We want to thank again Arts Council England for the funding support. That goes some way towards being able to pay all the artists a reasonable minimum, but we do need your support to cover everything and pay all the artists as much as possible. So please join us next week as well. That was part 1 today. Next week, Saturday, 10th of July, we will be in our local venue, empty, but for the bands and crew, and we shall have more kind of, I suppose, a conventional concert setup with the Jellyman's Daughter and then Jaywalkers, each doing an hour-long set, and that will be great. So please tune in next Saturday from 8 p.m. You can sign up to our mailing list at truenorthmusic.co.uk. Please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate your support. Thanks for your support of grassroots live music. And yeah, see you next time. It was fabulous. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye now. And gals.